Hello, my name is Olivia. I'm known as Olivia K on Facebook, Ollie K on Instagram, and Warren Yam 9000 on Reddit. I cover nursing-related topic materials, but we're not going to talk about that today. We're talking about the Ultimatum Season 4, which I've been waiting to talk about since I finished the season. Okay, but normally, yes, I go over nursing-related materials. I was going to help with the NCLEX, and I have a whole playlist of series of stuff, and you can see there. I'm not going to go through the whole spiel because that's going to be tiresome, boresome. I also go over reality TV shows, and I'm going to go out over the Ultimatum Season 4 because, man, do I have a lot of thoughts. So many, one too many thoughts about it, okay? Then, aside from reality TV shows, I also watch documentaries, and I do opinion pieces. So next week I'm actually going to cover a toxic love story or whatever the case is. I have some thoughts on that too as well, and I am looking forward to delve into that. I like true crime stuff, but I don't primarily cover true crime stuff on my page. There's one too many true crime channels on YouTube and podcasts, so there's no need for me to make one. And then I also go over opinion pieces, so things you want to know and stuff. So I am going to go over the Ultimatum Season 4. Alright? So, you guys all know the premise, right? They ask for an ultimatum, they come on the show, and then they have problems in their relationships for whatever reason, and the person also issues an ultimatum, and then they date somebody else, and they might catch feelings for somebody else, or it could be toxic. I'm going to tell you guys, this was like the most toxic season of the Ultimatum I've ever watched. Alright? The most toxic one I've ever seen. So, I'll start with the original couple. You had Haley and Blake. I thought they were cute when they first showed up. And Haley, watch out. I have a lot of things to say to you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Ashley and Killian. Killian, come up to the C2. You're next. Ashley, you're next too. All right. Casey and David. Monica and Luke. Luke is one of my favorite people I've ever seen on this show. I think Luke was the only person I liked this season, and there was a lot I liked. All right. Jessica, Grace, Edris. I don't give a shit how your name's pronounced, by the way. Edris, sorry, that's lightsaber. Edris, I don't give a shit how your name's pronounced, but you're going to come up too. Okay, you're next. Then you have Alex and Jabin. And Jabin, I was going to say something, but we'll see. All right. So those are the original couples that came on. You know, they split up and mingled with everybody else. But before they... Actually, yeah, this is a story that they split up. So, after they split up, Haley already came out problematic to me. Alright? So, I don't know what triggered it, but all of a sudden, like, you know, all the people who were formerly couples, they were fine. And they're still talking, they're holding hands with the ex. But for some reason, Haley copped an attitude, and her tone already came out problematic to me. Haley, your tone, I'm just going to tell you right now, your tone, unwarranted. What were you going after Blake for? What the hell was your problem? Don't worry, I have a lot to say to you. Eventually, once this progresses, there's one moment where I'm going to give you some grace, because honestly, it does need to be talked about, and I'm just mad Nick and Vanessa did not say enough on this topic. What the hell's wrong with them? Anyway, so they all split up finally, and they're go to their different respective partners they choose. But before the ceremony, I guess what happens is Alex and Jebin with them, right? Alex is really pretty, by the way. It comes to the attention that Jebin wrote some sort of stupid note. And I'm going to say this, Jebin, what the hell were you thinking? You look like the biggest ass I've ever seen. That was the most disgusting shit I've ever seen. And the thing is, there's going to be many more fuckeries that you're going to see in these reality TV type shows. And my question is, when these people break up, why are you still communicating with your ex that you came with? The whole point is to get to know somebody else and see if there's a connection. So what the hell were you doing sending Alex that note? I'm glad they threw him out, I'll be honest. Although, I do have to call some bullshit out. Although, yes, he deserved that. And it sucked that Alex had to go too. I also know that there's some absurd bullshit that happened in this season. Okay. So, Jessica was about to talk about who she was going to choose. After somehow, you think he's going to leave, right? You think he's about to pop up and whatever the case. No, he was so manipulative. He asked Jessica Grace to marry her. I'm like, huh? And you know what? I know exactly why you did that. Because you knew no one was going to choose you. You're awkward. You wouldn't even make an effort. There's something wrong with this guy. Edris, I'm not done with you. Okay? I'm not done with your dumbass. Okay? So, whatever. They get engaged. Cool. They leave the show. Now, you're left with the other remaining couples. Haley, the remaining people. Haley, Ashley, Casey, Monica, Blake, Killian, David, and Luke. So, Haley chooses Killian. Killian, I'm going to talk to you in a few minutes. So, I'm not done with you. Ashley and Blake. Ashley, you're next. Casey and Luke. Luke is really such a stand-up guy. What a great dude he is. I like the pairing with him and Casey. Casey's a sweet girl. Casey, but I do have to talk to you once we talk about the reunion piece. Then Monica and David. Monica was upset with David because he wouldn't be vulnerable. And sometimes people just have that tendency to hold back. That's how it is. And you have to realize people have different personalities and you have to deal with it. You don't want to force them to be speaking and being vulnerable. But whatever. So the first time was rough for Monica and David. All right. Then Killian and Haley got along. Then Ashley and Blake got along. But later on, you start to see Killian is texting Ashley. Killian. So same thing I just said to Jabin, whatever your name is. What business do you have trying to contact Ashley when you're in a trial marriage? You're neglecting Haley, even though Haley is a bitch. So, Haley, I'm not done with you. So watch. I'll tell you why I called you that. Give it a few minutes. But for you to be keeping tabs on Ashley, then having Haley keep tabs on Blake, you look ridiculous right now. You look like an abusive piece of shit. And I will say this. I liked when Haley was saying to Killian, don't talk that way to Ashley, because Killian just gives me abusive vibes, just like that guy that was with Ray, Zay. It just reminds me of Zay all over again. What's with Netflix casting all these abusive dudes on the show? Why are we giving them exposure? It was just disgusting. It was just I just don't like that dude. He just gives me bad vibes all over. It was just horrible. And it was disgusting. Ashley obviously doesn't know her worth because she's so used to Killian talking to her any way he wants to her. Unbelievable. Then Blake was trying to, tell Ashley to stand up for herself. And then she starts giving Blake an attitude issue, and then that's when Blake was like, well, you know what, I tried to help you, you're being whatever, and I'm not dealing with this. And he said, and I'm glad he told her off, because Ashley, that's my problem with you. You good that you want to stand up for yourself, but bring that same energy to fucking Killian. Like, people are trying to tell you that he's being abusive and you want to be protected towards him and you want to start acting big after the fact. You're full of shit too. All right. Now, this is where I'm going to give Haley some form of grace. So Killian the way I see it, and I hate to be that person, but you are the company you keep, okay? Killian was making disgusting, well, his friends were making disgusting, lewd comments about SAing Haley, and because he's now with Ashley. And then Haley, I would say you rightfully did call Killian out on that, and Killian was like, his response was, what was it? I'm going to paraphrase, like, oh yeah, he, like, he just kind of laughed about, like, yeah, sure. And instead of standing up for Haley, he was laughing about it. Like Killian is as bad as his friends. And it just shows me what the kind of human being Killian is. I just don't like that guy. He's disgusting. He's trash. He needs therapy, and he needs a whole lobotomy. Because I don't understand how anyone can be dating you, how anyone can be your wife by the way you treated Haley on the show, the way you treat Ashley. You are just abusive, my friend. No, any woman should keep a 10-foot pole away from you. So that's the only time I'll give Haley grace. All right. So back to now the switch up comes. Okay. So I'm going to say this, Blake. I was on your side with Ashley at first. However, while Ashley was playing victim, I'm going to give you that. Ashley was playing victim at the table. She was crying with no tears. I understood that. I saw that. You and Haley, you guys made yourself look even worse, calling Ashley out even more. And here's the thing, Killian said something. I'm trying to remember, like, oh yeah, so the whole texting thing with Killian and Haley, and Haley Killian said some other fucked up shit to Haley, and Ashley was trying to get the truth and trying to sweep it under the rug. And honestly, Killian made both Ashley and Haley look like fools. But Blake was trying to stand up for Haley. Then now I see Blake and Haley. What's the right word for this? They were bulldozed. To me, I felt like they're bulldozing on Ashley, even though yes, Ashley was being fake. The fuck were you two doing? I'm going to call this karma on both of you. And this is why I say Blake is not as innocent as it seems. Because he was having that bully behavior towards Ashley with Haley. And that tells me all I need to know about him too. So he's not an innocent guy. And trust me, I'm going to get right into Haley in a second. But for you to be shit-talking a woman, even though, trust me, I know Ashley's fake. I know she's full of shit. We all can see that. Why would you choose to be catty towards Ashley with Haley? That makes you look childish and petty. I don't like that. That's where I don't like you. Okay? That's where I stopped liking Blake. Okay, so they're all switched back. Cool. Monica, I think, was really, Monica was right into David rather. And I think she was developing feelings for him. And I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about this. I just felt like I was watching a couple form. But they all switched back. Casey went back to David. Monica and Luke. I barely paid attention because all this drama was mostly with Haley, Blake, Ashley, and Killian. That's why you cast them, because they're all toxic. Okay, now Ashley and Killian have their arguments, and she's starting to stand for herself good, but I still see she's condoning his bullshit behavior. So they were not fun to watch. Arguments left and right. So I think they're just toxic. Then you have Haley and Blake. So this is where, Haley, I'm going to go right into you. I'm watching Blake really trying to have a conversation with Haley. And Haley, you're walking on eggshells when it comes to her. Haley, I think, is abusive too. But let me tell you guys something. By her tone that first episode, I can tell she hits him. I don't have to see it. I can sense she does. So this goes back to what I was talking about season 2 with that abusive. I don't even care to remember her name or whatever the case, but she hit her guy. I bet you Haley hits Blake. All right? I think she does. She's very abusive. She was verbally abusive to Blake. I feel. Because Blake's trying to have a conversation, then she's crying, and then she's not letting him have a word. She's toxic as sin. That's another girl who needs therapy and a lot of I don't even know. She needs Jesus, okay? At this point, Haley needs Jesus. Because because I'm telling you, the cameras don't lie. Blake was really struggling to have a conversation, and she's all like throwing daggers at him. And I got exhausted. I'm like, you know what? Ashley, Killian, Haley, and Blake, they're each other's karma. That's all I'm going to say. Great. So at the end, everyone got engaged. I feel dumbfounded. Engaged, I don't understand how. I don't get it. So comes a reunion, all right? So we all know about how Blake got arrested for DV and stuff. I think there's way more to the story. I think Haley's a liar. The way she acted on the reunion told me all I need to know. She continued to act problematic. She was saying that Blake left her at a bar or whatever, or he was talking to another girl. I think she hit him. So that's what I'm saying. I think, yes, men are definitely mostly abusive to women. I've seen the stats. I believe so. But women can be just as abusive to men too. Haley is abusive to Blake. I don't care what you guys say. Blake, I know, is not innocent. I already understood that. I already understood that the episode. Okay, I understand the assignment. Haley is toxic, and also, you know what? She was fake crying. And Casey, this is where I have to kind of talk to you. What were you doing, protecting Haley's bullshit behavior at the reunion? You know she was fake crying, right? The way she was calling out Ashley for fake crying. The reason she could easily do that to Ashley because she's a master at doing it too. She was fake crying, and I call her story bullshit. Blake's trying to defend himself against Haley, the claims. I believe Blake, by the way. I think he had a strong ring of truth to what he was saying. Haley, you are abusive. Get help. Don't date until you have seen the lady. Shout out Roxy says. All right. Ashley and Killian rightfully split because Killian, why? Abusive. Abusive piece of shit. Then Casey and David got married. Congratulations to them. Good. They somehow worked things out. Monica and Luke are still engaged. I still think Monica, had feelings for David. So I don't know. Luke's a good guy. So too bad you don't see it. You need to see it. He's a great guy. Hope it works out. So here, okay. So remember how we briefly talked about Alex and Jebin being problematic? Jebin being problematic. That's Edris. Edris, now I'm going to talk to you. So hopefully this doesn't cut out what I'm about to say. You sorry piece of shit. You sorry piece of ass crack. The fuck were you talking about at the reunion? Let me tell you something, you controlling, stupid piece of shit, okay? That behavior at the reunion, you can say that it was you and Jessica, JG was mad. You guys said things you guys didn't mean. I know you meant every fucking thing you said. Humiliation ritual. What the hell is humiliation ritual? Then you hit up Alex and you wanted a trial marriage with her. You're not on the show, you dingbat. You are so... I bet you he abuses JG. He's another abusive one too. Toxic. The way you spoke to JG, you're a disgrace to all men across the world. You should not be dating anybody. You have no business with any fucking woman. How fucking dare you, you stupid sack of shit. Who knew you were the worst one from on the show? You were just the icing the cake. And I don't care if you see my video. I don't care if you respond to me on Reddit, on Facebook, anywhere. You're a tired sack of shit. And I'm glad the world saw you for who you are. And shame on Nick and Vanessa for not intervening. The sex was bad. You're probably shit in bed. Because Jessica's a baddie, and I am sad that, Jessica, you're not seeing your worth. You know you can do better than that piece of shit. Come on, Jessica. Come on, Jessica. You're such a beautiful black queen. You did not deserve to be humiliated on TV like that. And I am so sad that you didn't have the self-esteem to completely walk away from him. You know, when you said the humiliation ritual, you know that you weren't just saying that out of anger. He humiliated you. I'm sorry you don't see your worth, but you need to walk away before it's too late. Edris, go to hell. You're the worst person I've ever seen on this show. Let me see your face again on my TV. You sack of shit. As for Haley, get help. Go see the lady. Blake, maybe you've learned your lesson. I don't think you deserve to be rimmed the way you are on TV. Although you do need to treat people better. I don't like the way you treated Ashley with Haley, but I do believe what you said about Haley being abusive. I think she is abusive towards you. Killian, also get help. Go see the lady. You are an abusive piece of shit too. I know you are. And that's really about all I have to say. Jebin actually didn't look that bad as I thought. But you should still get help. Okay, that's how I feel. But that's that for season 4. The Ultimatum, I thought it was a good watch, but toxic. I think this is definitely the worst season out of all the seasons I've seen. But maybe one day Netflix will do better with casting better people. I don't know. I doubt it. But on a brighter note, Love is Blind UK's coming out, but I'm not watching it. And I know Love is Blind season 11 in Boston's coming up. I'm just going to watch content creators' reactions. I'm not going to watch the season. I'm so done with it. And I'm going to cover the Ultimatum Queer Edition soon. I loved that. I'm so mad they canceled it. How dare you, Netflix? But that's that. Anyway, next week I'm going to cover the next part of the maternity newborn. We're getting to labor, so you'll see the video up following next week, and that's about that. Anyways, see ya. Bye.